If you're wondering which monitors for dual screens are worth your money, stick around. After we run through each product, I'll give you my personal take. Would I buy it or would I skip it? No fluff, just my honest opinion. Let's get into it. Dell DS2721QS. The 4K resolution on this 27-inch IPS panel delivers incredibly sharp images with excellent text clarity, and it's bright enough to fight glare in most environments. The build quality is solid, with a versatile stand offering height, tilt, and swivel adjustments, making it perfect for dual-screen setups. The contrast ratio is a bit disappointing at 940. One after calibration, and the HDR performance is terrible, but who cares about HDR when you're staring at spreadsheets all day? Would I buy it? Yes, it's a reliable workhorse that won't break the bank and works great in pairs. Dell P2423D. This 24-inch monitor packs a 1440p resolution into a smaller frame, giving you a higher pixel density than its 27-inch siblings, which means even sharper text for your endless email sessions. The stand is fantastic with full adjustability, and it has a built-in USB hub that's actually useful. Unlike some monitors that seem to add USB ports just for show, the 60Hz refresh rate feels a bit dated and the contrast ratio is nothing to write home about. Would I buy it? Maybe. It's a solid choice if you want something compact, but the price could be better for what you get. Dell G2724D. Now this is interesting, a gaming monitor that's actually great for work. With a 165Hz refresh rate and excellent motion handling, your cursor will glide across screens smoother than butter on a hot pan. The QHD resolution hits the sweet spot for productivity, and the sRGB color accuracy is fantastic out of the box. The HDR is about as useful as a chocolate teapot, but that's not why we're here. Would I buy it? Yes, it's a fantastic all-rounder that works great in pairs and won't make your wallet cry. Dell P2425H. This budget-friendly 1080p monitor comes with a surprisingly good 100Hz refresh rate and a decent 1500:1 contrast ratio, which is pretty impressive for an IPS panel. The Comfort View Plus feature is built-in and always on, which is either great or annoying depending on how much you care about blue light. The port selection is solid with USB-C support, though the power delivery is a measly 15 watts, barely enough to charge a smartphone. Would I buy it? No, the 1080p resolution feels a bit cramped for serious multitasking, and there are better options in this price range. Dell U2723QE. The IPS black technology gives you some seriously deep blacks with a 2001 contrast ratio, and the USB-C hub with 90-watt power delivery means you can daisy chain these bad boys together without cable mess. Perfect for dual screen setups. The 4K resolution looks crisp as hell with excellent color accuracy, though the HDR performance is a bit disappointing since it only has 4 dimming zones. Come on, Dell, you can do better than that. Would I buy it? Yes, the daisy chaining capability and clean cable management make it perfect for dual monitors. BenQ PD276U. This 4K monitor has fantastic color accuracy with 100% sRGB coverage and a sleek design with thin bezels that looks clean in a dual setup, but damn, those built-in speakers sound like they're from a 1995 laptop. The Thunderbolt 3 connectivity lets you chain multiple displays, though Mac users might get annoyed since it's not quite at that Retina pixel density they're used to. Would I buy it? Maybe. Great specs for creative work, but that price tag makes my wallet cry. M27 This monitor is actually impressive with its mini LED backlighting giving you 1000 nits peak brightness and 384 dimming zones, plus it has USB-C with 90-watt power delivery for clean daisy chaining. The build quality feels a bit cheap with that weird silvery gray plastic housing. Seriously, who thought that color was a good idea? But the image quality and HDR performance make up for it. Would I buy it? Yes, it's basically a premium monitor without the premium price tag. Asus ProArt Display PA278QV. This budget-friendly monitor has surprisingly good factory calibration and a super flexible stand that lets you pivot, swivel, and adjust height however you want, making it great for matching positions in a dual setup. The contrast ratio is mediocre, and there's no USB-C port, which kinda sucks for modern connectivity, but at this price point, I can't complain too much. Would I buy it? Yes, it's a solid performer for dual screen setups that won't destroy your bank account. LG UltraGears 27GR95QE. Look, this OLED beauty rocks a 240Hz refresh rate and perfect blacks that'll make your dual screen setup look incredible, plus its matte coating helps with those annoying reflections when you're trying to be productive. The brightness is a bit disappointing at only 200 nits, and you'll need to keep that remote handy since there's only one button on the whole damn thing for controls. Would I buy it? Yes, because that 0.03 millisecond response time and OLED quality is just too good to pass up for a dual setup. Gigabyte M27 QX. This monitor is like the overachiever in class who does everything well but isn't showing off about it. You get 240 Hz, great color accuracy, and a built-in KVM switch that makes switching between two computers a breeze. The contrast ratio is pretty weak at 231, but at least your wallet won't be crying as much since this thing often drops below 500 bucks. Would I buy it? Maybe. The price is right and the KVM feature is perfect for dual setups, but that contrast ratio is kind of embarrassing. Acer Nitro 275K. This monitor is trying really hard to impress with its 4K resolution and 160Hz refresh rate. Plus, it's got USB-C with 90 watts of power delivery, which is neat for laptop users. The local dimming can be a bit wonky, and at $800 it's not exactly cheap, but damn if those 956 nits of peak brightness don't make everything pop. Would I buy it? No, the 4K resolution is overkill for a dual monitor setup, and you're paying extra for features you probably won't use. AOC Q27G3XMN. This budget-friendly monitor is surprisingly stacked with a 180Hz refresh rate and 336 mini LED zones that actually make HDR look good, plus that 4001 contrast ratio makes the others look like they're not even trying. The VA panel means you'll see some ghosting in fast-paced games, but for the price, it's hard to complain when you're getting Display HDR 1000 certification. Would I buy it? Yes, it's the perfect balance of features and price for a dual monitor setup, and those deep blacks will make your workspace look clean. Gigabyte M27 QX. Look, if you want a 4K monitor that won't make your wallet cry, this bad boy delivers with its 144Hz refresh rate and a pretty damn good IPS panel that gives you exceptional color depth. We're talking 94% DCI-P3 coverage here. The USB hub is actually useful for dual screen setups, and the KVM feature lets you control multiple devices with one keyboard and mouse, which is neat for productivity nerds. Yeah, it's not great in darkrooms with that 1001 contrast ratio, but at least you get HDMI 2.1 for your fancy gaming consoles. Would I buy it? Yes, it's basically the Toyota Corolla of 4K monitors, reliable, gets the job done, and won't break the bank. Alienware AW2725DF. Dell really went all out with this quantum dot OLED beast, rocking a 360Hz refresh rate that's so fast it might actually time travel. The colors are insane with 130.6% DCI-P3 coverage, and those deep OLED blacks make everything look premium as hell. The downside, no built-in speakers, so you'll need to factor in some extra audio equipment. Also, it's limited to 1440p resolution, but honestly, your eyes probably can't tell the difference anyway when you're running two screens. Would I buy it? Maybe if you've got money to burn and want the absolute best image quality for your dual screen setup, but remember, you're paying the OLED tax. LG 27GR93U. This monitor is like that friend who's good at everything but not outstanding at anything. You get 4K resolution, 144Hz refresh rate, and decent HDR 400 support. The response time is pretty quick at 1 millisecond, and it's got those sweet HDMI 2.1 ports for all your high bandwidth needs. The contrast ratio is nothing to write home about at 1001, but at least it's bright enough at 461 nits to fight off glare. Would I buy it? Yes, it's a solid all-rounder that won't disappoint for dual screen setups, especially if you're mixing work and play. BenQ PD276U. This is the monitor for those pretentious creative types who need professional grade color precision. It's got 95% P3 coverage and comes with its own calibration report like it's some kind of honor student. The KVM switch is actually pretty sweet for dual screen productivity, and the build quality feels premium. Just don't expect to be blown away by that basic 60Hz refresh rate. And the HDR400 is more like HDR4, if you know what I mean. Would I buy it? No. Unless you are specifically doing color critical work, there are better options for dual screen setups at this price point. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you pick the monitors for dual screens for you. If you have any questions, drop a comment below. Links to all of these products mentioned in this video will be in the description.